All right. Mushoku Tensei, episode 6, live reaction. Let's do this. A day off in Roa. Great rat bloodline. It's got to be a terrible name to be given.
Mm-hmm.
She needs the rep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Some
pretty much.
political wrangling. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Daughter took after her
God.
mother. Okay. I love how that guy, the way he said it was like so aggressive, but he was like, "You're cool." The other chick was like,
And imagine Paul made quite a stink. He's the family name.
"Yeah, right."
Dude, that mustache is
Right?
next level.
Yes, father. This guy, bro.
in that pose in that.
Yeah, right? Oh, that's a good way to get yourself out of that one. This man is so
I
loud.
love
Oh my
this.
God.
He's every Italian father.
Right?
Yeah, something tells me they're not big on apologizing. Guys. Probably.
Oh, shit. Wow.
It's like, you could be a pretty good parent.
Yeah. He's like right here, right now.
Damn.
This guy is
Jeez.
something else,
Who
bro.
needs cell phones? You
Right?
can just scream.
I love how little Rudy is basically running the show, bro. This is
This man
literally
is
Joseph Joestar from JoJo. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah. He changed his tune real quick.
Oh?
I don't think we had to go that far, but
I think it's kind
What
of
is
like
happening right now?
I think
know.
it's like a way for her to say it.
I
That's not
guess.
so like that's
it's
the
like
way.
some polite thing, I guess.
Where is that? What?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, yeah, you have to stick out your hips more. Oh. What the fuck is going on, dude?
She's trying to get out of her other responsibilities.
Yeah, this isn't really coming off as polite as the opposite.
It's just weird, yeah.
Just fucking ask me. Just look me in the eye and ask the question. We don't need this like charade. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I feel like it's like when you're like letting your guard down. What's the word? It's almost like insecure asking someone, you know. So it's
No,
like
but
a
they're
way
like-
Oh,
to,
that,
but
yeah,
they're
it's
like-
just the way she did it with the
Yeah.
whole
But
thing.
they're like, it's supposed to imitate like animal people, and I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not an animal person.
Yeah, I feel
So
like
just
they're making
ask
fun
like
of
a
him.
normal human.
What?
Oh,
What's happening?
Oh, she wants
I
that
guess,
food.
yeah, she wants that dinner.
Oh, well, give her some. Jeez. It's all the power comes from the legs. Oh, damn, girl, she's going in. Dude, these spells are just too damn long, bro. Like, Rudy's got the cheats because he doesn't need them, so he makes magic look really cool. But if you had to say a paragraph every time you want to summon a fireball, I'm not going to lie, I might just go with swordsmanship at that point. Welcome to Egg Firm.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it a wax sculpture or something?
It's a magic sculpture.
Oh,
Some kind of sculpture.
that's cool. Whew, delicate work.
Wow, that's really dope, actually.
It is.
Oh, I thought that was coming out of the house for a second. I'm like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Is
It
there
blew up.
Explosion? Do you, though? Okay, that's pretty funny.
Oh, she just book it?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck happened?
Time to light the
She
whole
upset?
town on fire.
What'd you say? Time to go light a cat on fire?
Well, sounds like a bucket of cooperation.
Hell of a place to go.
Damn.
She already conked out? She's gone
Dude,
for like
that's
a
literally
minute.
me. Just gonna punch him, backhand him.
Oh!
Oh, that is just not. I can't describe how not well this is gonna work out.
You could paint me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Like,
that wasn't.
what the
God,
fuck?
No.
all kinds of awkward.
Dude, what the? Okay, Rudy's like kind of a degenerate, bro. I don't care if you are a little kid. Like, are you kidding me? What the
Well, I don't
fuck?
think kind of. I think he's more than
She's
than
gonna
kind
wake
of.
up. To
No, yeah, he's
and-
degenerate, dude.
And like we already know that this girl is not a fan of him just when they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice gut punch. You deserve that one.
I mean, literally, how else would this have played out?
Yes. Uber satisfying.
Yeah, that was good. Why would she help you?
I don't know. Why are you hitting her with that crying shit,
because
bro?
he's hoping that like she'll
I
help
know,
him.
but I feel like that's not her MO, you know? She'd be like, quit crying. Yo, I feel you, girl.
He's like, the signal.
Is that Paul in the middle?
Oh, I think it is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was a cleric, I think, right? Back.
Uh,
I couldn't calculate money. Oh! Ew.
All
Ew.
right. Always learn to read and write, kids.
Oh my goodness.
Well, hey,
Unreal, bro.
That's what it takes. Something tells me she likes acts of violence more than school books, but that's just a guess.
Oh.
Yikes. Oh, it's very interesting. It's like Rudy is a very like studious person.
Yeah, analytical
and like
thinker.
that's
Too
what's getting-
analytical to a
that's
fault.
what's like getting in his way.
Yeah.
with learning how to use a sword.
He's
'cause
overthinking
always
it.
like in his head.
Yeah. Well, kind of, yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
All right.
Savage.
Because that's what she does.
He's sore as hell.
That's a mood if I've ever felt one. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you could be dead.
Jeez. Long-term thinker.
Facts.
He's got a 5-year plan.
Literally. Oh, jeez.
This guy, bro. Did you snap it, bro?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, you got to give her a little time off.
Oh.
She just went crazy.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you say is tainted, Rudy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with him, bro?
He likes walls.
Food.
Look at that dog. Cute.
He's gonna scam you. Or not, I don't know. Just saying, you gotta have your wits about you, you know? Is that a curse?
Will you relax?
Oh.
Just saying, degenerate.
How is he allowed to sell that? Well, okay, probably.
Change the subject.
Mm.
There you go.
Hey.
That's the girl.
That's adorable. What? This guy's like, what the fuck are these kids doing?
He's like, the Viagra, sir, were you going to buy this or not? She's like, I'm rich. Mm. She's loading up a punch in her mind.
Oh.
He said, what?
Oh, I thought this thing was like hella close. The Armored Dragon
Oh.
King.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just throwing around terms like
Yeah, right? What else is new?
cool. Usually at least two of those.
I have heard. We have heard Lapras.
Yeah, like
Where?
the pointy ears and the green hair people, right? Or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe it was a little bit of a different story, but I think those demons had something to do with it. Dope. Wow.
That's not like slightly panic inducing or anything.
Yeah, right. It's all a lie.
What wonders that can do.
Oh, she doesn't know what it is. She just bought it for him.
It, like thinking, oh no.
30 gold a week.
Oh God.
Just come up with something stupid.
Oh no. I imagine you did. Oh. That wasn't really the punishment I was expecting.
No,
I'm gonna be honest.
I wasn't expecting that punishment either. All right, so that's episode 6. Just taking a stroll throughout the town. Little aphrodisiac. What's the red hair girl's name?
Eris.
Eris.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I'm not a huge fan of that archetype of character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like
Tsundere.
usually some young, fiery redhead tsundere girl, that's just like totally ridiculously mean for, some silly reason. But then we find out that it's like, oh, they're actually incredibly insecure and like whatever. And that's fine. But, maybe I'm just too lazy to have to go through the whole rigmarole, them acting like a bitch for me to finally get around to it. So never really gravitated towards that. But I actually do like her more strictly because the fact that she beats the shit and is mean to Rudius, especially after what he does. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just like, that's one thing for me that I'm gonna have a interesting time with going forward is that like, I'm going to want somebody to root for, which I feel like is very important in a lot of shows. And right now I haven't found that person or organization or whatever yet. So I'm like kind of on the hunt for that. And I think that's what will really be able to solidify me because like Rudy is all we got right now. And I'm not really rooting for Rudy in my, from where I am personally. So I'm hoping like that, with the introduction of some new characters and how they flesh out that I'll be able to gravitate towards one of them and like want to see them win. But yeah, I don't know what your impressions were in terms of the episode, just in general.
I liked it. I think it's cool. Like you said, I think the tsundere personality type is easier to stomach when it's an actual little child because like they don't, they're a kid.
Yeah.
When it's like 18 or some shit, it's like get over yourself. But yeah, so she's cool. Pretty basic, to be honest, though. Like nothing crazy there. And yeah, it's cool that that there's somebody there that's like able to put Rudy in his place, sort of, because he's a 40-year-old man, but also like it's weird. He's growing enough to know like very basic little shit about the world, but there's still very specific and like rooted hangups and faults that he has, like just from the life he already lived, that he's gonna have to like learn. He's gonna have to learn are not okay, and then like learn how to act. What's the appropriate way to act like in place of those things. So yeah, I would say I'm rooting for him. I'm not like, because the way I think about it is like Rudy's not doing Rudy hasn't done anything like to be a dick, and everything he's done is because everything he's done that is like bad and not okay to do, it's because he even as the 40-year-old or however old he was, guy from his former life, like genuinely didn't know that like you can't act like that. And it's because that life that he had, he never, you know, from what we saw, he was a literal shut-in. Like he never had interaction with people. So I guess I'm rooting for Rudy on the front that like I want him to learn from those, like learn and get past those things and become the kind of, you know, protagonist, let's say, that like might have typically be attributed to a story like this, like, you know, your typical isekai, you know, without obviously without most of the you know, the cliche stuff. But like, yeah, I would say I'm rooting for him in that sense.
So I have thoughts, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts first.
I was actually curious to what you were going to say.
I completely disagree in the sense that I think that Rudy doesn't have an excuse, because to me, Rudy is however old he is, 30, 40, 20, an adult. Rudy is an adult in my mind because his consciousness is that of an adult, right? He's just in a child's body, right? So he has the abilities, the latent abilities of that child, and he goes through as a child in the eyes of everyone else, but his internal monologue, his thoughts, his memories, his consciousness is a full-grown man. So like that's what I consider him as, and like just because he's a shut-in in my book does not give him, like, he definitely should know better. Like, there's no way that I'd be taking the excuse that it's like, oh, well, he doesn't understand, like, how to socially
how would he know
act
better?
By just living life. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
I don't
but
have
if
to.
the only thing he's done in living that life is sit inside and play video games, like how would he know how to interact
So
with
not
people?
only that, but I think a good example of this was when he had initially left the house for the first time with said person. He was like, I've literally never like experienced going out. It was a fear. It was something he wasn't familiar with. And when he did, he like learned that the outside world isn't bad and it's comfortable. So I see what you're saying, Ian, but I also, it's hard because looking through a perspective of, oh, he's a grown man, he should have these thoughts already. But I do think that it also should be something to be accepted that it's bad, obviously, and it's glaring for us, but that's the point where it's glaring for us, but not to him. And in some respects, I'd assume that he knows it's not good necessarily, but he doesn't know the limitations on really what is good and bad because it's a blurry line in his life that he hasn't been put in that strict scenario.
Yeah, no, I'm going to hard disagree on this one just because I think that just the idea that he, in that scenario, everyone knows the scenario I'm talking about, the fact that he is waiting until she's asleep, the fact that he's doing it secretively, like, I can't get behind the idea that he doesn't know that that's genuinely wrong. And like, if I relate that to just life, right? If someone were to commit some sort of crime, like where that could have gone, you know what I mean? Or something of the like, and, you know, you're going against the court, you know, you're going up in the court of law and they're trying you, right, for committing said crime. I don't believe a justifiable defense from the defense is saying, well, Your Honor, this man has been mostly a shut-in for his life and, he doesn't understand social cues. Like, I'm a judge or I'm on the jury. I'm like, that's not an excuse, right? Like, he's done enough to stay alive, to be where he is. He's watched and consumed media. Like, he has to know the parameters of what at least what the law are, and just like naturally intrinsic to human beings, knowing that it's like you shouldn't be using someone, you know what I mean, for those kind of things. Like,
yeah, but they make point to say that the kind of media and stuff that he consumes is all the kind of stuff that is in favor of like that kind of attitude. So
but he knows it's not right. Like, he knows that's not right. Like, if you're a shut-in and you just watch porn all day, you know what I mean? Like, it's, that's not to me, like, I'm not buying that that's like all he's done from that point forward. His parents had no influence at school, right? There are rules and parameters that are set. And you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that he gets to that point in his life and doesn't understand that taking a woman's clothes off while she's sleeping and groping her is, I didn't get it. That's not. Well,
that's the thing. It's hard because I'm not that nobody's talking about whether it's justifiable or not. But it's also. It's weird because you're talking from a perspective that you don't know and what you assume based off of our experiences and what we know is right and wrong. But I'm not saying that it's justifiable based off of that he should or shouldn't know, but I do feel like it is the reasons why he's doing it, there may be some malintent, but similar to a kid where it's that curiosity that it isn't meant to be as harmful as it really is. And I think that's what's blurred is he seems as mischievous like a kid, but he doesn't have the mindset that it really is right or wrong because he's never had that solidified, and even or to the extent that it is bad as we know it is. And I feel like that's the line that's kind of lost in between. And what they've kind of been harping on is that there are things that he is just not aware of. Even if he is a little bit, it's a lot of based off of his experiences that he has in life. But we as a viewer know that it's wrong. And, you know, it's hard because you don't want to back him because of it. But it's like trying to get you on his level of a mindset to where, you know, it's almost like toying with the audience. It's done for a purpose, and it is weird, and I'm not a big fan of it. But in some levels, I am kind of coming down to similar to what Isaiah is thinking and trying to, I guess, have a different approach on it. But I don't think it's a question of anybody justifying it. Everybody knows it's wrong, like literally everybody. But I think that's kind of like the point is to like trying to get on his level and then find out his thought process and then seeing if there is a solution to it. Because I'd imagine that there is some way down the road. That doesn't mean he's not going to be a horny brat all the time. I mean, I also feel like that's a point of it. But, you know, being able to use it properly and in a normal society is something that's going to be addressed because it hasn't in his life. I feel like it's almost a point in a weird way, but I could be wrong because I don't watch isekai. So
I don't have a hard time buying, I guess, that somebody who is genuinely afraid to go outside, like that's probably not the kind of person that has been shaped by general societal and social norms, right? All the things that we know and consider to be right and wrong, okay and not okay to say to somebody, okay and not okay to do. They clearly don't apply to Rudy. Like this isn't that kind of person. So when I think the question of like, how does he not know this is right or wrong? It's because he didn't grow up in the same way that you grew up or I grew up or most of us grew up, where it's like, oh, I had school and friends and I listened to my parents and took in all these in. Like if he was never exposed to that and never wasn't conditioned under any of that, and the only thing he was conditioned by was like anime, manga, video games, like this setup, you know, nobody, not that it's okay. This isn't an excuse. That's why my whole point here is that like, I'd like him to learn from it. I mean, that was the example from the whole, him getting over his fear of outside. There's proof that he can be exposed to these things, learn that they're wrong or not okay, and then like learn from them. But I buy that I buy it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Let us know in the comments down below, you know, what you think of the situation, you know, so we could read them or not and base our, you know, our further justifications or not off of that. There might have been something that one of us are missing, you know what I mean? Or some particular context, or just might be, it's tough because it's an anime at the end of the day, and you have to base this off of fictional character with, you know, X amount of years that have just not been even highlighted, right? We have like 5 episodes to go off of right now, and it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty heated topic just in general, so passions fly high. But anyway, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit our description down below to support the show. We have plenty of links there to do that, namely our Patreon, Discord, the AOA show, etc. It's all there for you guys to enjoy. But until next time, we will catch you all on the flip. Peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
Ninjas are samurais, blazing the cool knives. Find me in the leaf of the cloud, screaming out Bankai. We just some ghouls though, who like seeing parts fly. They like what you saying, Goma got more through the storylines. I tested your neck from the start, my hunters gon' come for your heart. I promise you'll land in my boulevard, left them in one piece, no